thanks for joining us on Jeff and Joe in the Morning. I'm Jeff, he's Joe. Good morning, Joe.
Good morning, everybody.
There's Joe. How you doing today, Joe?
Doing a lot better. I'd be doing a lot better if you'd shut up.
No, he's still Joe, isn't he? Yeah. Thanks for joining us on Vacation Station TV, your virtual getaway. And it's kind of an okay Thursday morning, not the best. All the flooding stuff seems to be gone. I'm thankful for that. Flooding's gone, but now the cleanup begins, because there's a lot of roads that got flooded out, a lot of places that got flooded out, and somehow I missed all that. Somehow I dropped the ball on that thing. But that won't happen again. That won't happen again. So here we are. We're in, at this moment, in Sevierville. And why don't we take a look? And we'll talk more. You and I, we'll talk more. All right? All right. This is still considered Sevierville. Clouds look pretty, don't they? Look really nice. This is Apple Valley Road. If you want to go to the Apple Barn or the Smoky Mountain Resort, I'm sorry, the Hidden Mountain, I stand corrected, Hidden Mountain Resort. That you turn right up there on Apple Valley Road. Apple Barn is just up the street a ways, and the winery, and there's a really neat little complex up there. And we did a video on that a long time ago, so it's probably time to update that. But that's where it is, right there. Just around that corner, the complex is right there. Now crossing over the Little Pigeon River right here is now Pigeon Forge, right there. We're officially in Pigeon Forge. That quick. See, I told you. Now this is the Welcome Center here, but it is still not open. It is not open. I don't know if they're going to reopen it. You can't even get magazines there anymore. They don't have any, so they're not even supplying magazines there. You have to go to the one in Sevierville, or you go to the Gatlinburg Welcome Center, and you get all that stuff there. But I suggest you also go to the one in Sevierville. It's a really cool one. There are people there, and they'll answer all of your questions. There's Hatfield McCoy's, the Titanic, through Beyond the Lens, all right there. Isn't that something? And I've had several people, well, a lot more than several. I've had people contact me through email and through texting, and they ask me, what happened to the local news? What happened to the state news? All right, I want to give that to you. I've had some people that said, oh, if I want doom and gloom news, I'll go to the networks. Well, the networks don't cover what's going on here in the Smoky Mountains and Pigeon Forge, Sevierville, and Gatlinburg. So that's what I'm going to do. Some of it isn't always good, but I will put in there, I will sprinkle happy stories so that I balance the news so that you guys have a good, clear understanding what is going on here. And the reason I do this is because I got to get over the soft side of the road. This is ridiculous. They haven't redone this. They haven't done this yet. I mean, that is just waffly beyond my. The reason I do it is because this is called Vacation Station TV. And it's not just about butterflies and bumblebees, because you're coming up here and you want to know if there are any changes that are here or things that have happened here. You want to be alerted to them. So I feel it's my obligation to alert you, to inform you, educate you on what is happening in this part of town. And I will cover some of the outskirts of town because I think it's pertinent to what we're talking about. So I will continue to do local news, local weather, and state news, because if it pertains to something that's going on here, and most of it does, I will then let you know about what is happening. So without further ado, let's take a look at local news on Jeff and Joe in the Morning. First, let's talk about some good news. Townsend, Tennessee. This Saturday, the Great Smoky Mountains Hot Air Balloon Festival will celebrate its 4th year with professional balloonists lighting up the Tennessee evening sky. The event will feature food trucks, various local vendors, kid-friendly activities like face painting, rock climbing, and the night will end with a balloon glow from 8 to 9:30 p.m. with exciting new additions. Attendees will be able to experience a variety of festivities, including live entertainment and even local crafters. Tethered balloon rides will allow attendees to ride and bask in the picturesque scenery from a hot air balloon, of course, weather permitting. Exclusive amenities and perks will be available to those who purchase a special VIP package. Now, you've heard your #1 song on the radio, but you may not know who the stories are about or why they even wrote them. Well, you can hear the stories this weekend at the Gatlinburg Songwriters Festival. It's a free event with live concerts all over Gatlinburg and Pigeon Forge. Dozens of these songwriters are in concert starting Thursday night, all day Friday, and through the day on Saturday. They hope you'll come out and hear the stories behind those songs you love so much. The Tennessee Alcoholic Beverage Commission has again cited Soaky Mountain Water Park over failure to follow its law and order regulation. This time seeking suspension of the water park's license over recent incidents, including a fatal shooting. Now, the commission cited Soaky Mountain and the Stonehill Lodge, both owned by Wilderness at the Smokies Resort, on July 23rd. Each facility was fined $1,500, with the commission citing multiple incidents where severe police were called to the park to deal with intoxicated persons. The days after these citations were issued, SPD was called to the park multiple times, including over an incident which 3 intoxicated persons began fighting other people inside the park. And then 1 week later, a woman who had been drinking inside the park shot 2 other customers in the parking lot, killing one and injuring a second. And we had discussed this the other day, and I kind of figured this was going to happen. The Great Smoky Mountains National Park is trying a new approach to curb congestion and improve safety at the very busy Laurel Falls Trail. Now, beginning September 7th, visitors to the trailhead parking area will be required to reserve their spot, and no parking will be permitted in the undesignated areas along Little River Road. The parking reservations will be given in 2-hour blocks, and it'll cost you $14. Reservations may be made online at www.recreation.gov. Beginning August 24th, this pilot program will last through October 3rd. Now today, what you can expect to see is partly to mostly cloudy skies, and there is a chance of some rainfall at any time. There's a 50% chance of rain in our area. That's going to be going on for the next few days, and high temperatures will be into the low 80s, but the humidity factor is going to be pretty high, so it's going to feel a little bit warmer than that. That's pretty normal. And I hope you enjoyed the local news today. Notice it wasn't all doom and gloom. In fact, I particularly like the story about Laurel Falls, because we talked about this on our live show the other night, that something has to be done. It's extremely dangerous up there on River Road, where there are way too many cars just pulling over the side of the road, people crossing or darting in between traffic. Somebody's going to get run over. It's just a matter of time. So I'm glad they're doing something. I know that's not the best news you wanted to hear, but something has to be done for the safety of the people that come up here, because some people just don't pay attention to rules, and they wind up getting themselves hurt in the interim. I'm sure that in the near future they'll be doing something with Cades Cove as well, It has to be. It just has to be something done. Too many people converging on that place. There is definitely an impact on the wildlife that's there, because it is a wildlife corridor which allows animals to come and go wherever they need to go, but they can't come and go because it's a non-stop line of traffic. So that tends to push the animals to other areas, which is not good, not safe for animals and hikers and people just wanting to be there in the park. So I'm pretty sure in the very near future you're going to see more things happening with Cades Cove and other places that are really heavily impacted by tourism. That's just the way it goes. The more people that come, the more you've got to put some regulations in. You have to set limits in order to define the rules. You know, you've got to set those things together. You've got to have boundaries to define the limits. Otherwise, people will just inundate the area, and already they're doing that, especially in Cades Cove. People stopping in the middle of the road, getting out of their cars, jumping over the fences to chase the bears, the elk, or whatever wildlife is out there. That's not safe. That's not cool. But people still do it because they want that picture, you know. So this is a created mess by tourists. And as you can see, I'm on the road. I'm enjoying the ride. It's not too bad, just cloudy, but no rain in the forecast. And I mean, the rain's in the forecast, but it hasn't dropped yet. Usually the rain comes in the afternoon if it's a regular, normal Smoky Mountain rain. Smoky Mountain rain keeps on falling. I love that song. Don't you? I do. Oh, goodness gracious. Goodness gracious. Well, thank you for joining me on Vacation Station TV today, and especially on Jeff and Joe in the Morning. And if you like what you heard, comment. Hit the like button, and then subscribe. Always could use all those three things. And thanks for joining us, and of course, we'll do it again very, very soon.
Dream